This video is a quick overview of my internship at the IOZ. When I first arrived at ZSL, the best part I remember about my first day was in the afternoon it got really hot, so we all went for a break and had an ice cream with the penguins, really starting things off as I meant to go on. In the following few weeks, I had an introduction to the site, which, amongst other exciting things, involved feeding the giraffes. Once I'd settled in and knew my way around, I got started on my project, the real reason I'm actually here. My project was to create a database to monitor species on the move in the UK, which are redistributing due to climate change. Starting off, this involved a lot of reading and research and working out the best way to create a database. Then I began searching through the literature, the news and social media for species movements. Being in such a diverse research setting, I was able to get involved with other exciting things going on within ZSL. This included helping out on the Thames survey fieldwork, capturing and measuring juvenile fish. I also helped with setting up the camera traps for the London Hedgehog survey in Regent's Park. And I got to do a tour of the ZSL library, which houses all sorts of treasures, including the first edition Origin of the Species by Charles Darwin. Alongside building up the database and continuing monitoring of the species on the move, at lunchtimes I was able to attend lots of different talks about what goes on in ZSL and further afield. Another benefit of being based at the zoo means lots of lunchtime walks to visit all the different animals. Throughout the year, I've been involved in more research than just my Species on the Move project. I've helped write a book chapter about remote sensing and another one about the biodiversity and conservation of deserts. I've also mapped out potential conservation priority areas in East Africa and done a lot of coding and writing up of different manuscripts. Something I've always really enjoyed is science communication, and this year I've been able to get involved in some of ZSL's Skype a Scientist sessions. Something really exciting is about halfway through the year I was paired up on the IOZ mentoring scheme with Rob. He runs the Cetacean Stranding Investigation Programme and conducts necropsies on stranded animals from around the UK. I was actually lucky enough to be invited to do a live tweet of a rare species necropsy on the ZSL Science Twitter account to a huge audience. This was a real privilege and so exciting to see. The live tweeting actually reached an audience of over 21,000 people and even made it to the BBC News. All this time I have also been working on collecting records of species on the move and expanding the database, and in July our first paper was published. This means we could kickstart our social media campaign and try to increase the database even further. For more information about this, definitely take a look at our Twitter account at SOTM_UK. Now that I've been here a whole year, I am sad to leave, but my contract is up and I've just found out I'm off to do a PhD in Australia about other species on the move down under.